This might be the best mid-range phone of 2025. The Nothing 3A Pro brings flagship-level design, a triple camera setup with a 3x periscope optical zoom, and a light show on the back, all for a price that seriously undercuts the competition. But is it hype or real deal? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Puya, your honest tech reviewer. I've been using the Nothing 3A Pro for the past 3 weeks, and here are my thoughts. As usual, let's talk about the design and the build quality. We kind of live in an era that all the flagships are just copying their designs from a few years ago and just curving the edges and calling it a day. But if you know nothing, you know that their designs are so unique, especially with their transparent look and also with their glyph design on the back of it. So the phone comes in 2 colors, the color gray and the color black, and both of them are so unique in their own way. I kind of wish they sent me the gray because I really had my eyes on that, but still, I love this too. The Nothing 3A Pro also has the same DNA as the previous Nothing phones. The aluminum frame and the glass back not only adds to its durability, but also gives it that sophisticated look. And we're going to talk about this button in a second because it has a function to it. And then you get tempered glass on the back and a panda glass on the front. And talking about that Glyph interface, Nothing is famous for having lights on the back of their phones. And this one has 3 stripes just like the 2A series on the back of it. You might say, why do I need lights on the back of my phone? Well, they have a purpose. So let's say you're like me and you like to put your phone face down, but most of the times you just get your phone vibrating on the desk and you don't know what's going on. With every notifications from, let's say, your phone call, your ringtone, you can change it to different glyph. Basically, you go into the glyph setting and you just change the light to whatever you like. You can have different sounds. You can also have different lights to it. The other thing that I love and I use it all the time is a timer. Basically, when your timer starts, one of those lights starts slowly going down until the timer finishes. And that's one of the best ways to look at your phone without getting distracted or making any noise. The other thing that I like to use it for is if I'm shooting a video of a close object, I can use it as a fill light camera instead of using a harsh flash, which is really nice to do. And also, if you like to compose your own glyph, they have an app that you can download and you can go crazy and create your own glyph. And honestly, this might be one of the only phones that I will tell you not to put a case on it, because personally, I catch myself sometimes looking at the phone and be like, damn, this is a nice looking phone. Okay, now onto the display. You get a 6.7-inch AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and a peak brightness of 3000 nits. This screen is a treat for your eyes. Whether you're binge watching your favorite series or scrolling through social media, the visuals are crisp and fluid. And one thing that I was not expecting the phone to have at this price range was a really high PW dimming. So this phone has a 2160 PW dimming. It's basically the higher the phone is refreshing at that frequency, it's better for your eyes in like really sunny scenarios or in low light. And compared to flagships like Apple or Samsung that are only at 480 or maybe 500, this is doing it around 3 times more, which is equivalent to flagships that I personally like Oppo, Xiaomi, and Vivo. So the display is really good for your eye. And now let's talk about what you came here for, the cameras. And I can tell you, Nothing went all in. On the back, you get a triple camera setup. The main sensor is 50 megapixels with optical image stabilization, and it holds up really well both in daylight and low light. It captures sharp details and colors stay natural, not overly processed like some other mid-range phones do. Then you get the telephoto camera that everyone was asking for. A 50 megapixel periscope telephoto lens with 3x optical zoom. That's kind of rare to have a periscope lens at this price point. And it's not just for zoom, it actually delivers clean, usable portraits with great background separation, plus the 6x in the sensor zoom holds up surprisingly well. And I'm pretty sure the way that they get that 6x zoom is they're cropping onto that 50 megapixel sensor and giving you that lossless type of zoom. You get macro telephoto thanks to that periscope zoom, and even iPhone 16 Pro doesn't have that. I've been constantly using it for even just the smallest thing. If I'm taking a picture of a cake, a flower, a bug on a flower, or even taking a picture of my friend's eyes. And it's really good. And that's because there's no distance issue like the telephoto on Apple's iPhone. You also get an 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera, It's solid, nothing groundbreaking, but it's wide enough to capture landscapes, architecture, or tight group shots. Quality drops a little bit in low light, but it's still useful to have. And let's not forget about the selfie camera. You get a 50 megapixel selfie camera that can shoot up to 4K, great details, great HDR, and it doesn't soften your face like some other selfie cams do. It's funny to say this, right? But I have the Xiaomi 15 Ultra, which the review is coming soon, but I tend to like the 50 megapixel selfie camera on this compared to that. So that says a lot about this camera. Let's talk about the video side of it as well. So basically you can shoot 4K up to 30 frames per second on the main camera and also on the front-facing camera. At this stage, the telephoto doesn't shoot 4K. I don't know if it's going to be a software update or not, but if you're shooting in 4K and you go to 3x, you kind of see a lot of noise. And if you tone it down to 1080p, 60 frames or 30 frames, it's a way better telephoto experience. And that's one of the things I really want them to fix. And also with the ultra wide, it's only capped at 1080p. And one thing that's on the software side of the camera is called presets. So basically they're like filters that you choose before shooting, and you can customize it to different looks. And also you can create it, or you can find someone else's presets, and by scanning the QR code, you can download it onto your phone immediately. Now let's talk about the processor and the battery life. So the Nothing 3A Pro runs on the Snapdragon 7S Gen 3. Now it's not a flagship chip, but in real use, the phone feels really snappy, and thanks to Nothing OS and their optimization, I haven't felt any lag or anything like that. You can even play games like Fortnite up to 60 frames per second with no issue. You also get 12 gigs of RAM, and you can also use Nothing's RAM booster for an additional 8 GB of RAM to total it to 20 gigs of RAM, so background apps stay running longer. And the battery life? It's insane. You get a 5000 mAh battery that easily can last you a full day, sometimes even more with light use. And I say this because while I was using this phone, it would even last sometimes more than the S25 Ultra, and I was like just scratching my head. I was like, what is going on here? And when it comes to charging it up, you can get up to 50 watts of charging. It's not included in the box, but it's still faster than some flagship phones. Now, let's talk about this little button right here called the Essential button. I thought it might be a gimmick at first, but I'm using it a lot. So basically, it takes screenshots in a smart way. Let me explain to you. So at this moment, it does two things. You press it once, it takes a screenshot, and you can add some notes to what you think of your screenshot, or you can press and hold, and you can use your voice to record a voice memo, so later on you can go back to it. What I love about it though, it's not just a screenshot with notes. Basically, the AI from the phone will help you to analyze the picture and also what you put down and jot down notes or fix up your note. And I love it because this whole review was done with the Essential button. And every time I thought I liked something about the phone, I would just press it and be like, this is what's happening and blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Overall, would I recommend this phone to you? Yes. It's one of the best mid-range phones I have used. And I don't like to call it mid-range because it does some of the things that a flagship phone can't even do. And you might ask, what is my rating for this phone? I would give it a solid 8.5. And I'm saying this for a few reasons. The price point is great. The cameras are decent. The build quality feels really good. The display quality is really good. The phone is just snappy overall, but there are things that I want them to add in the future. And those things are wireless charging and 4K on all lenses. If they do that, which I'm pretty sure if the Nothing 3 comes out, not the A series, the Nothing 3 would be a flagship killer. And that's my review on the Nothing 3A Pro. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe and watch out for the shorts content that I will put out. So if you want a lot of camera comparisons, they will be in that section. And if you want me to compare this phone to a specific phone, please let me know down in the comment section. Please subscribe as I want to quit my 9 to 5. You know the drill. You know the drill. And until the next video, good ciao.